who do we have? Michael Pruitt, Parker Hesse. I mean, that's a big loss for us. But hey, again, you need the next man up. We talk about it every week. I can't complain. It sucks. No. And the crazy part is they haven't been targeting him nearly as much as they should anyway. But it was a route across the middle. It was a good tackle. Some people were saying that he was tackled low, but the man's a tall guy. So, so it was a knee injury, MCL, 4 weeks.
Hopefully he'll be all right. Now I got a comment from Steve. I don't want to put it on because I want to make sure Uncle Cheech is here. Because whenever you got something to say to Uncle Cheech, we want to make sure you say it to his face. So Jimmy, we might start it just a hair early. We get Uncle Cheech in. Before we get started, you guys know the man, Uncle Cheech, the Vegas insider. He's residing down in South Florida somewhere, enjoying the beautiful weather. And he's got some games he's picking. And it was interesting. He sent these to me. He said, "This is what I'm looking at." And as something familiar, I know, Jimmy, this don't mean really a whole lot to you, but this is, always traditionally one of the biggest weekends in college football. It's rivalry week. And I didn't tell him to pick, I said, man, but he knows how important rivalry week is in college football. So he went ahead and these are the games that he's picking. So let's get Uncle Cheech. Let's see if he's around. Is he alive? What is Uncle Cheech doing? Moving around.
How you doing, guys?
Sure.
Uncle Cheech, how are you?
I'm good.
All right. Yeah. All right. You're here. Now, before we get started, it's just two things. First, it's more importantly, when we got loyal listeners questioning Uncle Cheech, they questioned you. They said the Jets would win. New England wins the game in a miraculous, punt return touchdown. He comes clean. We love it. He says, I owe Uncle Cheech an apology for the New England game. I said the Jets would win.
Well, better to be lucky. That's what I always say. Hell of a play at the end of the game. Ran the ball back.
More importantly,
one more thing I got to say. My lock I had last week, which I ended up losing because they changed the fields on me.
Yes.
They moved the game from Buffalo to Detroit, and they only lost that by 1 point.
Now, we wonder if that should have an asterisk on it. You have something like that.
Yes, of course.
I agree. I think so.
I'm with Uncle Cheech on that. So the other thing we wanted to talk about was, you're Vegas insider. You got all these connections. Everything that's going on. And I wanted to play this earlier, but my man made a comment. This man right here for all my Cowboy fans.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
I don't know if you can hear that, Uncle Cheech. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a beautiful statement. Beautiful statement. Jimmy Johnson, and I tried to get you out of the Philly thing. They tried to get you to change the pick, and you didn't. And Jimmy, I don't know what you think about that.
You know what, Mike? I'll never show any disrespect to my Uncle Cheech. You know that.
Hey, the greatest coach the Hurricanes ever had. That's all I know.
So do you have people you listen to in your ear and they're telling you, you hear this kind of information?
Matter of fact, I listened to one guy, one of my most valued friends for one of my picks tonight.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
really?
Let's get it. Let's without any further ado, let's get it started. What are we starting with for your picks of the week?
Well, you want tonight's game, or should I start with my
That'll be the bonus. Let's here's what we do. Get the pro game out, and then let's really dig into that college football.
Okay, my pick tonight is going to be 49ers minus 8.5 over the Cardinals. Now, I spent a lot of time down in Mexico, and know a lot of senoritas down there. And they're big 49ers fans. It'd be like a home game.
Yeah, because they got them as a home. Yeah, it's like a home game for them, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to take the 49ers. I'm going to give the 8.5.
Now they're playing. Now, tell me if this is going to change it, because I know you gave me these picks this morning, and now Kyle Murray's not starting. They got Colt McCoy's going in there. I think the line got bumped up to about 10.5. You still think they'll cover that, no problem?
I think so.
Okay. All
right now, when I picked them, they're 8.5.
No, they just announced the quarterback this afternoon. So if we got anyone making last minute bets,
McCoy, he's still playing.
Yeah, he's still playing. Yeah, he's still playing.
I remember when he was picked
All right. What's the next pro game?
Next pro game is going to be my lock of the week.
Lock of the week. Lock it up. What do we got?
Going to be Houston at Miami.
Oh, you love the Dolphins. You love
I'm going to give 12. Yeah. I'm giving 12 here. Remember what Vinny Smaldone said? What Vinny Smaldone say? Jimmy remembers.
Yep.
What Vinny Smaldone?
Dolphins
don't allow 15 points
at home.
15 at home. Yep. They already got them. They could put 60 up on them. 60 easily. They'll never shut down that offense. They could maybe put 100 on.
Now the weather's a little bit different now. You know, you're down in South. I'm in Florida. It's not getting to that humidity starting to come down. That's going to make no difference.
No difference. Miami, they can't stop all. They can't stop all them weapons. No way. They can stop all them weapons.
Mark the tape, Jimmy. Mark the tape.
We got it.
So we got
32.
You take that
Miami fan, picking these Miamis. We got someone asking, what do you think Miami's chances are for the Super Bowl?
I think they have a very good chance right now if everybody stays healthy. That's the key to any team.
Yeah.
Stay healthy. They got a good chance, very good chance.
Well, I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind an old school Dallas Cowboy Miami Dolphin rematch of the Super Bowl.
Well, that'd be fun.
That's old school. Yeah, Uncle Cheech is talking about taking it. Uncle Cheech is talking about taking it to the bank. I'm taking hefty bags full of cash to the bank every week, thanks to Uncle Cheech.
Hey, I'm not a big gambler, but I'm probably going to put a little bit on that myself.
Well, hey, your man Clarence won $200 off you last week. He wanted to make sure he showed some love to Uncle Cheech. So,
hey, good man.
Yes, absolutely. And so go ahead. What is your college? This is the biggest weekend in college football for anyone who's a college football fan after Thanksgiving. This is what you look for. The rivalry games, big games all around. You did not hide. You didn't get scared. You wanted to attack these games. So break them down for me.
I picked the big games. I don't fiddle around with that other games with meaning.
That's right.
My first game going to be Michigan at Ohio State.
Ooh.
I'm going to take Ohio State -7.5. I think they'll kill Michigan.
Wow.
I think they'll probably double that. Easy. I think they'll kill Michigan.
Okay.
Michigan had their hands.
Was their quarterback hurt?
Had their hands full.
Was their quarterback hurt? Ohio State's quarterback, he's fine though, right?
I thought he was. I could play quarterback and still beat them.
Well, I hope so because you know what? I think Michigan's frauds. Right? They dumped my Hurricanes with that crappy offensive coordinator, ruined our beautiful season.
Yeah, that's right. My next pick is going to be this is tough. Florida at FSU.
Wow, that's a good rivalry game.
Florida, you don't know which Florida's showing up. Last week they didn't show up. The week before they did. However, Florida State's been pretty consistent all year round.
That pains me to say that.
I'm going to take Florida State -9.5.
Wow. Now that's
at home. They're at home. You're going to be here all day.
This is what you get when you're on Tag Day. You get Uncle Cheech. He's picking these games. I wouldn't touch this game. Me personally, I'm not touching this game for the reason he said. Florida has been just, you don't know what you're going to get. Florida State has been they've been rising, right? They've been getting better. So it's gonna be an interesting game. I wouldn't want to put my money on it, but if Uncle Cheech is giving me that kind of information, I got to think twice.
Well, first of all, I love it. You know why? Because based on that pick, our friend the Bears fan who's afraid, he's afraid to call, he's afraid to comment, he don't want to know nothing. He's going to be unhappy again next week, and that makes us all put a smile on our face. All
right, this is going to be my upset.
Upset special, man. I would divide by one of my most valued friends, not to pick this game, Big Mike. Big Mike. He has ties to one of these schools. I'm not going to say which, but Big Mike's advised me to stay away, but I couldn't. I'm going to take the Auburn Tigers plus 22 against Alabama. That's going to be my upset. I don't know. I mean, I am not touching that. I think Alabama's going to steamroll them, but it's a rivalry game.
Rivalry game.
And, that's a lot of points. I mean, the thing I'll say is Cadillac, being the interim coach, has been getting that team. They've been playing with a little fire, a little passion, but I don't know. That's a ball.
Well, that's why they play the game.
That's a ballsy pick. Now, more importantly, I want to. We got questions for Uncle Cheech. That's important. If you got questions, you need advice for Uncle Cheech. This is where you put it. So, we want to know. Someone wants to know what wants to know when Uncle Cheech thinks the Broncos will score more than 16 points in a game. Will it happen this year, or that ain't gonna happen?
Next year.
Next year. Oh man, yeah. I didn't want to beat up on the Broncos too much. I got family that's Bronco fans, so I always want to be.
Well, Jimmy, he hit it on the head with that one. I'm sorry.
Oh, with
You got the better record, Seattle.
Yes,
the Broncos
by far. Yeah,
I picked Seattle twice this year, and they covered for me both times.
Yeah, no.
You're the expert.
So, Uncle Cheech. Now, I want to tell people, Uncle Cheech, he knows what he's talking about, but he made an amateur mistake one time, and me as a Cowboys fan, you guys know. Things go wrong. I can never let it happen again. And he made that fatal mistake of picking Dallas against Green Bay, and we lost. So I told him, no more picks. You're not allowed to pick any Cowboy game, because he had the Cowboys game, but I erased it from the memory. I wouldn't let him do it, because I can't hold him responsible if something goes wrong.
Wait a minute. I thought Uncle Cheech was going to pick the Cowboys game for this Thanksgiving. That's what I thought was happening.
No, couldn't do it.
Yep. Couldn't do it, but let me tell you, you'll be a happy man.
I think so.
I'll give you that.
I hope so.
Real overrated team, Giants. You'll be a happy man.
No, absolutely. So I appreciate it, Uncle Cheech. Thank you as always. We will.
I'll tell you what they call me in Mexico.
What do they call you?
Senor Uncle Cheech.
Senor Uncle Cheech. Hopefully, you're making all these guys a lot of money. So, thank you for jumping on. We will see you now. More importantly, Uncle Cheech, and I need to put it out there. Uncle Cheech is now on Twitter, so he's learning how to do it. He's going to be giving advice. He's going to be giving some inside tips and information. So you see the Twitter handle on the bottom. He just got started. Make sure you follow Uncle Cheech. He will follow you back. He'll be able to give you, if you got any questions, you're embarrassed to come on the show. You don't know what to do. Your wife's going to leave you with all, you're losing all the money. How do I handle it? He can give advice on all subjects, not just games. He's a wise man. So.
And I want to show
bank on the Dolphins. I'll tell you that right now.
And I want to show my Uncle Cheech.
Big.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys have a nice Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next Monday.
My Uncle Cheech, the utmost respect. Happy Thanksgiving, and thank you.
Thank
you. Oh, it's always a pleasure when you get Uncle Cheech on there. It's always good. You get that, and we'll get.